So I thought I'd show you guys exactly how I hooked up my P81 Accord with some extras. What I ended up doing was hooking up a Roku inside my center console here. You can see I have it velcroed over here to the side. And this is a Roku 2XS. What's nice about this is it uses a Bluetooth remote control, which means I don't need to put the Roku in line of sight or anything. I could just use a remote control from anywhere. So let's put this back. And if you notice, the Roku 2 has an HDMI output and a composite AV output with a it's a 4-pole connector. I ended up using the composite output because for the life of me I cannot get the HDMI input working on the P81 Accord screen. It seems like you probably need that. It can only be used for that stupid digital antenna device. But let's put this back. So right now I have this composite output running all the way up to the P81 Accord underneath. I hooked it up to the DVD composite inputs into the back of the screen there. What I also want to show you, since I can't get the HDMI input to work, what I ended up installing also down here inside the center console box here is a HDMI to composite converter. These set of outputs go straight to the AV input that's in the control box over here, if you can see. I placed the control box down here at this place. It was kind of a tight fit that the harness for this was pretty short, but I was able to get it in here. But if you notice, there is an AV input on the right side of this box. Oh, so what I did notice is this AV input is only a 3-pole input, so it can only contain left-right audio or audio left component. I did try to use a 4-pole, which would have contained left, right, and video, but I cannot get that to work. So what that means, this input from here to this AV input over here, I'm only getting one side of the audio, which I believe is the left channel, which is okay. But what I really want to show you is let me put this back together. I do have this velcroed to the top here. Okay. Let's put this back. So what I do use this for is being able to hook my phone up to the screen. So all that does, I take an HDMI cable into here. Oops. Come on. Does it fit now? There it is. So what I purchased, I have a Nexus for Google Nexus 4, so for whatever reason, their HDMI connector is called a slim port. Almost every other 99% of phones use that mini HDMI connector you can get at Best Buy for like $30, but this one I had to order from Japan. But they all look the same. So all I do is just take that to this end of the this hooks straight to my phone. And I'll show you how all this works in a couple of minutes. Now obviously I do have a couple of ground loop isolators, because with all this, all these wires and everything, and God knows how this is hooked up, but you do get some ground noise, buzzes coming through. So I did install some of these loop isolators, and they do a pretty good job of filtering out that noise. Now to power all this up, I did install this is a 400 watt Cobra DC to AC converter. If you can see, I have this line running from here underneath the box into here, this compartment. So it's plugged into this cigarette lighter socket. If I'm using the cigarette lighter socket, for the most part, the documentation for this inverter says it will support up to 150 watts or 120 watts, something like that. So I can't really use the full power, but that should be good enough. So what this is doing, this is powering the Roku over here, since I really didn't want to fiddle around converting that to some type of socket DC adapter, so I just installed this in here. It fits pretty well. I got this velcroed over to the side here too, so it fits pretty snugly. What I also did, this inverter contains two AC outputs and one USB, but obviously one of them is powering the Roku over here. You can see this plugged into the white cable over here. Got this routed back. But if you also notice this brown cable, I also put a extension cable, ran this out through the side of the seat and to the back. So let's pull this out. And yeah, I put a couple of extensions over here, so if I need to, I can plug in my laptop or anything. Again, this will fall under that 120 watts of power, so it should be safe. But alright, now to show you how all this works. Okay, so now I got everything fit back snugly. Again, the control box is down here. I do have my USB adapter plugged in, and again, I have that audio video input from my phone over there. So you might be wondering, you know, how my, streaming internet to my Roku device. So again, I actually have T-Mobile unlimited minutes and text messaging and data. Kind of got grandfathered in up to the 5 gig plan. I'm only paying like with taxes, $5 a month or so. But I do have Nexus 4, so all I do before I jump into my car is, set up a hotspot on my phone. So again, I have a 5 gig data plan. So, tethering, Wi-Fi, portable hotspot, and it is turned on. So, okay. So let's just leave that off to the side. So let's go ahead and start the car. The little beep you heard was the AC, the DC AC inverter. Okay. Sometimes it gets annoying, but no big deal. It only happens once you turn on and off the car. Here's our classic startup intro. Okay, so if you remember correctly, I said that the Roku was hooked up to the DVD input, so let's just go over to the DVD screen. And you can see the Roku is booting up, so let's go into full screen over here. We'll just wait for that to boot up. So again, I do have, you know, this is a Bluetooth remote control, so I can use this from anywhere. Again, the Roku's sitting down here. So. Alright, here we go, Roku. Put this one in here. So, first example, I use a lot of tune-in radio and Pandora. Well, let's go to tune-in. You know, hopefully I'll get a good internet connection right now. For the most part, everything works good on the Roku with the 4G connection. I don't have LTE. I just have T-Mobile's HSPA, what is it, 42 megabit 4G connection. But you know, I haven't had any hiccups or anything with it. So again, here's tune-in radio. I like to listen to 660 The Fan from New York, like Francesca and whatnot.
Out of the understanding a little bit. I mean, the guy had back surgery in June, and you know, next thing you know, he's rehab.
And let's go back to the home screen. We'll do Pandora. Let's go to my Metallica radio. Oh, I got Damage Inc. playing. Astro Puppets. So again, everything's done with the, you know, the Bluetooth remote control. So, you know, while I'm driving or anything, I can just go ahead and use this without. Obviously, touchscreen doesn't work, but you know, this is a great alternative. You know, we could do a skip. And let's go back to the home screen. Let's take a look. I'll show you how Hulu works. Quality's pretty good with Hulu and Netflix and everything. The only bad thing is it does stream a lot of data. But you know, that's okay. I do keep most of my you know, TV shows and movies like Big Bang Theory, whatever, on this USB drive. It's 64 gig drive, so that's where I do most of my movie watching anyways. This is good for, you know, when I'm driving to and from work, if I need to, like, you know, catch up on the Daily Show or something like that. I don't watch a whole lot of Hulu. There we go. So let's go to the Daily Show. And let's just play something here. The episode. And you can see it came up pretty fast. You know, it's not LTE, but this T-Mobile's 4G works really good. Just as fast as, you know, when I'm driving. Theoretically, internet speed should slow down while you're moving, but I drive on the highway 60, 70, 80 miles an hour all the time, and you know, no issues, same amount of speed. So there's your Hulu introduction. So let's go back. Alright, let's put this away. Alright, as promised, I wanted to also show you, since I got this hooked up, I also did set this up to hook up my phone. So, since the Roku is using the DVD input and I cannot figure out how to use the HDMI input on the back of the P81 Accord, we're going to use the AV input application. Like I said before, I cannot figure out how to get, even though the picture shows, you know, composite yellow, white, and red. I can only get two of them to work, yellow and red, so video and audio left. Oops. Well, let's give it a shot here. So let's go in here. Alright, there's the input. So like I said, What I actually, since I hooked this up on my phone, it's kind of nice because instead of using the this is kind of a long cable. I used to have only a 3-foot cable, but it broke, so I'm ordering a new one off Amazon. What's nice about this is I can use Google Maps instead of the navigation program inside of the P81 Accord. So let's hook this up. Let's go to Maps, and let's plug this in, and give it a sec. And there we go. So let's do this. Obviously, with the newest version, I'm on Android, whatever the latest Android is, 4.3. For whatever reason, when the screen flips, also the image flips. In the previous version of Android that came with this phone, once you plugged in HDMI, it kind of stayed in widescreen mode, no matter which way you flipped it. But that's okay. So let's see. Let's go to Chicago, Illinois. Right now I'm in DC, so let's do a route. Control it from my phone. Oops. Let's do this again. Let's go to Baltimore. It's 1 hour, 5 minutes. Start navigation.
Head west on Alton Square, then turn left to stay on Alton Square.
So you can see I can use this as navigation, and I get the output from my car speakers. The only, like I said, I was only able to get one of the audio outputs to work. So the majority of the sound comes from the left speakers here, but it's no problem. It's just navigation, so I'm okay with that. But again, you know, just taking advantage of all the different inputs of this system. So, and had I had a short cable, I just kind of keep this. Oh, what I forgot to show you is this little. I do have a USB adapter here, but once I have this hold nice and tight and get the new wire, I can actually plug in this charger over here into the slim port adapter. The other mini HDMI adapters that you get from Best Buy have the same thing. Let's do this again. And let's put this back into my phone. Let's see if I could aim it over here. Okay. As you can see, come on, focus. I can't get this thing to focus. What I was trying to show you is, oh, there it is. It's actually charging while displaying the HDMI stream at the same time. So, alright, that's all I wanted to show you guys. So, have a good one.